Welcome back, YouTube. It's a great day to be different. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna show you guys how to be different. As you can see, man, she got a lot of hair. A lot of it. I don't know how long. I believe she's been growing her hair for 7 years. I'd like to say it was 7. And yeah, I'm gonna give her the opportunity right here to start the transformation herself. She was just a walk into the shop. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly believe that she should have went to a cosmetologist or another female that caters to the type of haircut that she wanted. Honestly, when I seen her walk in, I thought that she wanted a nice little fade, nice little transition taper fade or something. But no, she didn't want any kind of fade. She wanted a part, and the part wasn't even a hard part. It was a natural part. She didn't want me to touch it. If you later on in the video, you guys will see. I had some difficulties with this. This was not easy, but here we go. We starting off. We're cutting the dreads off as far down. She wanted to keep a nice little afro, so as far down as to where the new growth was, if that makes sense. So wherever the new growth started, where the new growth met the dreadlocks, that's where I chopped it off. So whenever I start the picking process, the picking out process, the pick, as you can see right here, the pick should go straight through the hair. Nothing should be knotted or tangled, but it is dirty. So we picked this out, and then after we picked it out, sat her under the shampoo bowl, and we cleaned it for her. I did not get footage of the shampoo bowl because the way my camera is set up. So back there, black chair with the wooden arms, is the shampoo bowl. We put it back there. As you can see now, how much of a difference that looks. After we shampooed it, it's still nice and wet, so we're gonna just wipe her down, pick the hair back out to its full potential length. And then we're gonna clean up all the frizzes. We're gonna make this nice and even. All the wild hairs, the loose hairs, the long hairs, we're just gonna chop all that off with these shears right here. And you'll see it's gonna start cleaning it up, make everything even, nice and round. She also requested for the hair to be sponged, so after we clean everything up, here in a second, you guys, I will throw the sponge on top, and we're gonna start the sponge process. I would definitely recommend you guys get the shears, man. If you can find the confidence to use these, absolutely chops through hair, and it covers a lot of ground. So after I cleaned up the top, it was still a little wet, so we're gonna dry it off. It was a little damp, so just to make sure all the loose hairs is gone, and the hair that I shampooed, washed, and cleaned is completely dry. And here goes that sponge. I do need to work on my sponging techniques, maybe even my investing into a sponge. So if you guys know anything, any companies, any products that will help me in the sponge process, you guys leave a link below for me in the comment section. Comment, tag as many people as you can that will help me find my way to a better sponging process. But again, she didn't want no fade, so I did the best that I could to lay the hair down on the sides without creating a fade, but still giving it a fade kind of look to get it to lay down, especially off of the ears right there. So we used that claw method. And she also didn't want no edge up. When I say this was one of the most difficult things I've done in a long time, she didn't want no edge up, and so I used the least sharp trimmers in my station, which was those JRLs, to try to clean up the hair, not make it look too sharp, pop too much. And At some point in the haircut, she looked at the mirror and realized, yeah, this wasn't the look. So here in a few, she will finally give me permission to do me. So I went ahead and put out the trimmers and I lined it up, gave her a nice little C cup. And there again, all I did was just knock down the hair with the claw method. Here goes the part. I tried to give her a part right here. I was setting up, tilted her head. She looked at me like, nah, man, I don't want that. No, don't put those on me. So then I pulled out the comb and I struggled with this a little bit, but we parted it as much as I could. It would have came out much nicer, much cleaner based off of my skill sets if she would have let me put the hard part. But yeah, I gave the client what she wants. A lot of the times it's not about us, it's about what the client wants. So lucky for me, I invested in a lot of tools, a lot of products, and reached back into the toolbox and grabbed what I could to make this happen for her. So as you can see right there, I'm laying it down with some gel, keeping it part, because naturally it would not stay parted. So I needed some gel to get that to lay down. It looks a little wet and clunky right now, but as I continue out the process, it will dry up and start to look a lot better. Any wild hairs that I see, I'm just gonna clean that up, especially right there in that part with those shears. That'll also create a much better contoured part shape, part look right there in that spot. So again, here goes the trimmers. She gave me permission, so I went ahead and whipped out the hitters. And really, this was probably the most barbarish thing of this entire haircut, was me creating these C cups and keeping her sideburns for her, lining this up. Now this was the skill set that I could do. So as soon as she gave me permission, I was like, yes, sir. But we're gonna hit her with the pencil for some contour. Make that line pop. Go over it so we can lighten it up a little bit. Hit her with some hairspray. Then we're gonna throw some fibers on. Now usually for my male clients, I will lay a wet base down first, but I felt like this will give her a much more natural look. As you can see, the fibers aren't just completely caking over, so it still gives her that natural look, but it also darkens the area. Yeah, we're gonna clean that up. Any overspray or any over hair fibers, we're just gonna go behind it, clean it up. Walk it down. Make sure it's nice and curvy. I know you guys saw how much of a huge difference not only did the natural line do, but well, not the natural line, but the C cup line with the trimmers did, but then also throwing those hair fibers behind it, completely different side of the face compared to this right here. So same thing we did on the other side. Line it up, pencil for some contour, hit it with the hairspray, lay down some fibers for her, and go back behind it and touch it up to clean up any overspray of the hair fibers. Make sure it's nice and clean. And that lets you guys know how well these trimmers are set, because for me to be able to use these trimmers on kids, which you'll see later, females and grown men, with no scarring, no scraping, no damage, no nothing. Yeah, you guys got to invest in some properly set tools, man. Clean up behind the ear. I used the claw method back there as well. Laid the hair down just a little bit because she did not want no fade, but we did what we could. Man, you guys remember how she came in? Yeah, you guys remember. But she didn't know she came to be different. Sheesh. Man, She wasn't even from the state of Texas, but she leaving crispy. Appreciate you guys for staying tuned. This was one hell of a transformation. Like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever you got to do to keep me on your timeline. I'm out. Peace.